Right, we're back with round 4. I expect him to be on bully based on his earlier results. He's go down to 6, I go down to 6. So David, my opinion, Astrid in Pauper, I think it was too good, but it did make some like decks viable, which I liked, like 5 color, just strange control, ephemerate or something. But I think it was a bit too strong. I didn't feel like the Jeskai ephemerate deck in that deck was too strong, but I did feel like the card was too strong. And right now it looks like it was too strong. It's too strong in Legacy as well, so it might get banned on the. But I think there was other problems in addition to Astrolabe. It could have been a ban for Ephemerate instead, I think. If you could change one thing about Pauper, what would it be? So I'm not sure. Like, I think Tron is a bit too good, and it also makes some decks just unplayable. So maybe getting rid of Tron would be good for the format. Or maybe get rid of all like the flickered loops, so we would get rid of Ghost of Flicker, Displace, and Ephemerate. It would be interesting to see how that would change up the format. So let's see, we're not against Bully, which is quite obvious. But versus, is it Delver, is it Ferris, it looks like. He's had a pretty slow start and needed to tap out to draw. Probably draw the 3rd land so we can impulse for 3 here. Mine, power plant, we can get tower. Or maybe get the map. Is that better? No. We're gonna tower instead of map. Because if we draw something this turn, we can play it and still have Tron next turn. Like if we draw an impulse there. I'm gonna pass. So the reason to play impulse here is that I could take map and play it. But for that to happen, map needs to be the best of the 4 cards, which is very unlikely. And this also might mean that he plays around exclude, which is good for me. Okay, still no Ninja. He does have the 4th land though, because we saw him get that on the Ash Barons. The Augur. Okay. And then Tragic Lesson. We will Impulse. And I hope for him to counter this, but I don't expect him to. Okay. Yeah, 2 lands, map, Stonehorns, we're gonna just get the spell. That's an awesome draw. Let's play that. I don't think he can counter that at this point. So we could play Stonehorn. But I think I'm just gonna take Chains end of turn. So in this matchup, usually the Delver or the Ferris player does not want to counter Stonehorns. So it might have resolved. But I still think Teachings is better. Because next turn I can play double Stonehorn. And he might also be forced to Tragic Lesson on his turn to find a land if he really wants a land. But he went top bottom, so he probably got a good card there. Okay, so we're taking 2. He still doesn't have a lot of pressure. We have a teaching here. Twist the spelling, which means he does not have counterspell. So let's play a wall. Okay. Teachings. That was a bit of an essence scatter, even though no one's placed that. I'm just gonna stone on here. Him playing Sprite is kind of a sign of weakness, and he needs to kill me. It feels like he needs to kill me fast. Which he does, of course, but Sprite is good in the hand as well, because he can counter things like Ephemerate. So, is he scridding here? No. So let's see. End of turn, I can teachings, flashback teachings. That is the best play. Teachings is one of the most important cards in like the blue matchups in the mid game. I'm going to block like this, even though it's gonna kill them to bolt, but I think that's fine because I do have pulls in the deck. He still didn't have a ninja, but now I can teaching for teachings and flashback teachings. Okay, is it going to counter both? Because like this play doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to count one of them, right? Because now I'm just gonna do the same play. And now I can also play weather. So, OD podcast, if you could change one thing about Pauper, what would you change? Throwing your question back right at you. Okay, so you finally found the ninja, bouncing augur. That's fine. The weather is going to be quite good here. He doesn't have the counterspell anymore. I don't think counterspelling teachings is the way to go for him. But he can do it if he wants to. I'm gonna get Alchemy here. Alchemy is double draw spell. Just like teachings is. Weather getting 12. So let's teachings in my turn. If I draw Ephemerate or Flicker. It's either Wall or Drifter. Drifter dies to Scred. So like the question is draw 2 or getting something back best? Yeah, I think you're right, Owen. Because like the mana advantages, some decks can't just handle it. So I'm gonna press. I'm just gonna play another Drifter. There's really... I don't need to play Stonehorn to take my life total because I'm at 24. And I'm fine with one of them dying to Scred. The thing with Ephemerate, like, we still have Ghost of Flicker. So I think if you ban Ephemerate, I think all of them has to go. And there's also Displace, which is a flicker for only creatures, and I think it's only creatures. Yeah, Flicker is slower, but it's still as impressive, I think. Thanks for the follow, L3074. Like in Tron, Flicker can absolutely be swapped for Ephemerate, but in some other decks, like is banning Ephemerate instead of both doesn't really make sense, because it hits a lot of other decks with Ephemerate, and Tron can just swap to Flicker. Okay, so what did he do? He played Bolas, got a counter spell. We know he doesn't have spread anymore. Thanks for the follow, Owen. Bottom top with Farseer, which is fine. I'm gonna play Stonehorn here. You can take out Ephemerate better ways than though. Yeah, for sure. So let's play a double map. And end of his turn, I can like crack a lot of maps and play Alchemy. Seems fine. The problem with this play is that he will get the Tragic Lesson. But I guess I can attack here. I think Muldrifter is good, but it's not bannable for sure. It did get better with Ephemerate, absolutely, but wait, why did he do Tragic on his turn? Yeah, I agree with you. The mana advantage can be big sometimes. That was very strange. I don't know why he didn't do the Tragic on my turn. Seems as a Sisigor sentence to me. Are you playing with a Sisigor? You know, I'm not sure what you mean, man. Okay, so we're gonna Alchemy here. He put back Tragic Lesson. Okay. Alright, so this encounter. Maybe I should. Yeah. Maybe I should have Alchemy before then. That was a draw. So let's attack with both. Then we're gonna Ephemerate the Drifter. But he double blocks, but he didn't double block. Okay. I expect him to counter this, or try to counter. Compulsive is really, really good here. Our friend Sisigor hates Tron, and tells us always. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's an awful draw. So let's get a cob here to just gain a life. Play a map and crack the map. Get a cave. Just to kind of add some value. Okay, so it's fine. So I guess he has another one, because otherwise he would not have killed the tap one, right? So we know he still has the Tragic Lesson. Fire Eyes. Yeah, I think Tron in Pauper is fine. We're gonna double lock Ninja here. But it's very impressive the way it's built right now, like with the Stone Run loops. Okay, so he's gonna try to lesson, it's fine. Let's get another cave. I think I just need to start jamming here. So let's do this. He can't heal this. He needs double spread. Or tap it with ice. Boom. Just gonna do this and start attacking. This is kind of like some games, cave is amazing. This is one of those games. Like I'm at 19, what can you do? You can tragic here, it's fine. If he has another snowland, he can block and Scred. But he's stuck at 6 lands because he wanna play Sanctuary. Okay, so he's targeting Scred. So we know he has a Scred now. Yeah, well, on top. Okay. I don't know if he knew about this cave. Nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna see where I on the. Okay, so I was on the drawers. This is Paris. That's really spreadsheet. Him on the drawing. Okay, so we would like all the red blast, electricity. I usually bring out some of the Moment's Peace and Stonehorn. Blood missionaries are good, especially on Plague and Block Ninja. Dinrover doesn't do anything basically. Pressure is quite good because if you land it, it's very hard for him to handle. And I think bring out Exclude as well. I think that's how I'm gonna do that. Sometimes I like to cut all the combat tricks, especially versus the non-Delver decks, because they don't do that much damage. Yeah, sometimes you want. Well, I don't think you want Hydro Blast, but you could play them. This sounds fine. I'm gonna play the remote tile here. Because that way I can impulse turn 2. And because he didn't play a fairy turn 1, he can't sprite to counter the impulse. Okay. Maybe I might be able, like it might be better to play cave there to make him play around Pyro. So like he could have named Jet here, now he didn't have any response. Power plant. So mine is the second piece. I think I want that. There was some really good cards there though. I could compulsive here to use my mana better. But I do expect him to have a counter, so I'm just gonna pass. I'd rather have him counter stuff on the end of his turn than my turn. Trade lesson. Or, yeah. I'm fine with him countering this impulse as long as it's not countering by Sprite. So him returning a land, tragic, probably means his final 3 lands, which could mean he has counterspell plus pyro, or maybe not. I'm gonna impulse response to the fairies here because otherwise he can Sprite to counter the impulse. Okay, so map is easily countered by Sprite, which I think he has here. So I'm going to get Pyro. Like getting Tron is very good in this matchup or in all matchups, but having some interaction is better because the games you lose are the ones he gets value from Sprite. And if you draw like me and draw tower there, well, it's one way to win. So I'm expecting Sprite here, then I can play the other Prism. Or maybe a wall, but he has a Scred. No, I really want the Prism in play. We'll see. Yeah, that was a very good turn. So I forced through the Prism. I could have waited turn, I guess. That Pyro up. Maybe that might have been better. I'm not sure, to be honest. Because if he does have a Pyro now, which I expect him to have, wall isn't that good. I could play double wall.
Today I don't feel like doing anything.
It's one of the Pyroblast out of his hand. Okay. This is interesting that I didn't have Pyro. The tower here, go to discard. So he's just gonna screw that. Okay. It's gonna mine, I think. Yeah. So with him not playing Delver, the clocks is so slow. I think this is gonna resolve. So what we do, we Power Blast this, and then pass. We have access to both Ephemerate and Impulse. I don't really know why I would need Ephemerate. I guess double spread. Ninja is completely fine. So you tap the mountain so you can't have double spread anymore, which means I can impulse here, and if he sprites, that's fine, I have pulls. Okay, so he's leaving the mountain on tap, so he has either Pyro or Squid, probably Pyro. Pulse can get a bag of wall. I'm gonna start with wall. Fire is fine. Now we can back the wall. Cannot play the wall though. Crush them all, yeah man. Crusher is quite good, I think, in this matchup. It's very hard for him to counter it. So I could ephemerate here. I think I actually want to do that. Because then I can block Ninja. This is basically just kill Ninja. And I can Red Elemental Blast whatever he tries to counter with. Ace scoops. Cool. So add this to the spreadsheet. Aces, Fairies, game 2, draw, win, and I did win the match as well. Cool. So I'm gonna end the YouTube recording.